The egg shortage is back and the prices are about to go up again. We got another big data point that you're going to need to hear. We have bomb threats across the United States at schools. This is very concerning. You're going to need to hear that as well. Chinese-owned Smithfield to close more U.S. farms. U.S. postage prices going up all over the place. But we do have a solution for you guys that you can take. It'll save you a ton of money, and you'll like to hear that as well. Welcome to the Poplar Report, everyone. I'm Steve Poplar. I'm an accountant by trade, and you guys are sending in your reports of what you guys are seeing, what you guys are learning out there so that we can share the information with each other. We do want to thank our sponsor before we jump in the reports, Genesis Gold Group. They sponsor these videos, and they do a fantastic job getting people's retirements set up well. So if you want to get out of stocks and bonds in your retirement and get into gold, silver, and platinum coins, Jonathan and his team do a fantastic job. Can't recommend them highly enough. All right, so last week, the U.S. Department of Agriculture quietly culled 2.9 million egg-laying chickens. So if they lay about an egg a day, we're talking about 2.9 million less eggs per day. That's a lot of eggs. And so if you don't think that's going to impact your store shelves, I don't know what to tell you. But it's going to impact store shelves. And most of these, 2.6 million of these were actually in Ohio. So it is going to be a bit more of an East Coast issue. Some in California, about 300,000, but mostly in Ohio. This is bound to get worse price-wise and availability-wise. Basically, to give you some kind of idea, last month total, we had about 4 million egg layers put down. Now, we're not talking about broilers, we're not talking about chicken meat, we're talking about chickens that lay eggs. That's what they do. But it takes a long time to replace them too, because they don't start laying eggs immediately. 6 months or more in order for them to start laying eggs. So we're talking about it's going to take some time to replace these 7 million birds. Hopefully you're paying attention out there. You can get stocked up on eggs. There are ways to do that. We've talked about that before. And if you just Google it, you'll find some strategies for saving up eggs. All right, shipping is getting all messed up, friends. International ships, fuels, oil, shipping containers, all that kind of stuff. Panama Canal is at 50% capacity now. And we're also seeing Suez Canal is starting to effectively get shut down. We talked about that yesterday afternoon. The Houthis are just shooting at anything that moves out there, and that is going to make insurance rates go through the roof. Pretty soon, no one's going to be taking their ships past Yemen and through the Suez anymore. Mark my words, this is going to impact prices of shipping and the price of all products out there dramatically. Justin says, in Columbus, Ohio, schools in the area are receiving emails about bomb threats from some Russian group. So it's coming from the school. We as parents have gotten emails from administrators that the threats are not credible and they aren't closing the schools, but they are increasing police presence and have local law enforcement in contact with the FBI. Friend of mine said that the same email was received from his kid's school in Reynoldsburg, and our email mentioned schools as far as Texas dealing with similar. Again, it's stated that these threats don't seem to be credible, but then also get you wondering who has access, who has gained access to the school email systems, and you know, this cyber warfare stuff. Just shows you it is definitely a real situation. That's what they have to say. So if you're in the schools that are affected out there, I don't know what to tell you. I don't know what to tell you. It's a difficult situation. Do you take the threats seriously, or do you discount them? And if you discount them, what happens if something happens, right? What happens if somebody does gets the idea from the email and does something stupid? Trish says, Smithfield pig farms closing. They're closing 26 farms and they lay off 70 plus people. This is pork going to be skyrocketing in Utah. We haven't seen evidence of, I'm not expecting to see pork go through the roof just yet. It looks like they're replacing American farmers with Chinese farmers, and that's kind of what we're looking at right now. They're trying to just make more money and box out American farmers. So lower quality pork, yeah, probably. Same prices or maybe even higher prices, possibly. Alexi says, Texas Hill Country. Good luck if you want to get sugar. If you blink, you miss it, and the bread aisle was nearly empty, as was milk. The vegetables looked like they were left on the truck during the summer. Fruit was hit or miss on the freshness. So I'm hearing that you didn't have a positive experience at the store. Frozen potatoes like hash browns and tots and French fries were picked over as bad as the milk was. I rejected the meat aisle at H-E-B and hit up the local farmer's butcher. The box of meat saved me close to $40. The steak had real flavor, tender, like cutting through room temperature butter. If you want to fill up your freezer with half a cow, $500 on sale. That's a really good deal. We might all be coming out to Texas to come see this this butcher of yours. One of the things with our switch campaign, we have there's a farmer. Not farmer. There's a beef section to that, and it's American raised beef. It's really, really tasty, and it's kind of like a butcher box. You have those like Omaha Steaks and everything like that, those kind of companies, but this is a lot cheaper. That's part of the switch campaign. That's one of the things they walk you through as they're walking through the different options out there. So if you're looking for a good beef supplier, might want to talk to our switch campaign guys. The link is down in the pinned comment down below. Just you sign up your information, and one of the viewers from this channel that's partnering up, Olivia or Lisa or Steve or one of these guys, will reach out to you and just kind of show you the prices, show you all the things, and then you can decide whether it's a good fit for you or not. Mand says, I ship regularly because I sell online. Never buy postage at post office or UPS store. So this is kind of the solution. A bunch of you guys are talking about issues with shipping, like Ehide, Central Pennsylvania. We get our next, Chirikahu says, every Christmas I make quilts for veterans in Tucson, Arizona. I've understood that my post office, being a one-room house 12 miles from my home, has increased prices. This year, the same size quilts that I make cost $112 to ship 100 miles. Last year, I was shocked at $49, but the years past before that was $29. I'll be driving to deliver them. In the future, I thought it was just us, but UPS and FedEx are not options in my area, the southeastern Arizona. So prices for shipping packages is up really big. So listen to what Mand has to say. Use pirate ship. So basically you just go into Google and just type in pirate ship into Google and it'll find it to it. You know, like a pirate ship, but you're actually like shipping it. Anyway, or apparently there's some other services out there too. That kind of reminded me when I was looking at doing shipping and stuff like that for my business. I was selling candles and some other novelties and stuff like that. I looked into pirate ship myself, and actually the prices are very, very much lower than what you get at the post office. So definitely want to look into that. If you need to ship some packages or some gifts or something like that this year, go to pirate ship, or I don't know what other ones there are out there, but basically they're buying up the service from the U.S. Postal Service in a bundle, and then they're giving you the some of the cuts in the rates. But you will need weight and package measurements, but you will save significantly. The reason rates at the post office was so high, possibly for this package, was the size. Always make your package as compact as possible. If you don't have a printer to print labels, they will give you a QR code, and they will print the label when you drop off the package. So you don't even need a printer. So if you get the QR code, you go to the post office and you show them the QR code, they will give you the discounted rate. So that's a big plus there. Ehide says, Central Pennsylvania, we get our next quarter of beef next week. Hanging weight price continues to go up. Our hanging weight price is up another 15 cents a pound since June. But that's actually pretty small, so that's still a pretty good bargain right now. And so this is from Matt, talking about the U.S. Postal Service shipping, about the trucks. The Postal Service has ended contracts with most of the private carriers over the past month, saying that they will be doing all of their trucking in-house going forward. Thousands of truck drivers are already out of work from these contractors, and at least 2 large trucking companies that relied exclusively on mail contracts have ceased operations. The U.S. Postal Service is about as efficient as any other government entity, so now we're seeing what's to come of that. So expect packages not to move around as well as they used to. If they are stopped using all these private companies and they're now trying to do it all themselves as the government. I personally have already seen mail slow down and being misdelivered all over the past month or so, more so than usual. Is anyone else seeing issues with their mail delivery? Are packages not moving as fast? Let us know if you're seeing that as well. Any updates that you're seeing out there, use the word update on any comment on this channel, and we will and give some sort of geographical location as to what you're seeing too. So Rhonda says, very little sugar at Aldi in Dover, Delaware. Regular chicken broth I buy has been replaced by another brand and is 70 cents higher. Deborah says, just confirming the refund checks in Alabama. Makes you kind of wish you were in Alabama too, right? We had surplus, and our Governor Ivey announced months ago that the people of Alabama should benefit from it. I had forgotten about it, but then they announced a couple weeks ago that they are going to start mailing them out. What timing? This time of year with reported shortages couldn't be better. And someone else talking about the not taxing overtime. Kim says, I live in Tennessee and work in Alabama as a nurse. I have always said overtime shouldn't be taxed. It's our extra time that we're giving up to help our employer be up and running. Sometimes for jobs, overtime is mandated, but work it or be penalized. That update made me happy to hear. And by the way, the governor of Alabama is sending out rebates. The extra COVID money not being used is being returned to taxpayers. It's about $200 per person. Spenceroo, great name, Buffalo, New York. Ground beef shortage. Must place 3 to 4 day pre-order and have to get there first thing in the morning, like before it opens, and line up to get much beef. This is a top butcher shop, and they told me they sell out of beef daily. Stephanie, FYI, almost all olive oils at grocery stores, even the pricier brands, are cut with vegetable oil and are going rancid on the shelf. I have a keen sense of smell and have only bought ghee and avocado oil in gallon jugs for about a year now. Don't buy store olive oil. It's garbage. Take that for whatever it's worth. You guys do your own research on those things and make the best choices you can for you and your family. Thanks for all your reports and the time you guys invest in sending in those reports. Appreciate that so much. If you want to get some more information on the Switch campaign with the beef and other things like that, you might want to check that out down in the pinned comment. If you want to get some more information from Genesis Gold, there's a link right there. Thanks so much for watching. Steve Poplar of the Poplar Report, out.